Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Hearts of Iron 4, playing as the Communist States of America. Yes, we did it, we went red. You know what they say, better red than dead, right? So that's what we did, and now we have attacked Japan with the anticipation that we should be able to finish these guys off without too much of a fuss, if I'm being honest with you. Should be a relatively easy situation for me to just go ahead and continue picking these guys off little bit by little bit, and then they go boom. We don't need this many troops over here. Let's go ahead and send at least a couple down this direction. With the other two, I might try to make a small push across here. Never mind, that seems like a bad idea. Forget it. Doesn't sound all that exciting to me. I really would rather not lose any more of my navy if possible. We are building out a handful more ships, lots of submarines, my god. But yeah, we'll come back to a lot of that stuff later. We have even more free dockyards too, wow. Well, I know we lost things like some battleships and stuff. We could go ahead and try building out some more heavy ships and stuff to kind of compensate for some of that as we get some more of these dockyards. Their supplies are looking pretty atrocious, which is no surprise at all, so let's go ahead and make some pushes this way. Keep getting out of Tokyo, finish these guys off. You guys want to go over here? Absolutely you do. Let's send one of you to reinforce over in this direction. Do we even, oh, we do get an air base. Perfect. Can I take all of you real quick and move you over here, please? There we go. This should keep pretty much everyone. Oh, are we still doing... We might have still been doing a mission over the Sea of Japan, which is going to make me feel real stupid if so. But now we have pretty much all of Japan within our immediate efficiency radius, so we can actually do some serious damage with close air support and stuff now. That's going to help quite a lot. Air superiority, man. It's a powerful, powerful thing. We love it. Port strike results. We bombed their port strikes. Yeah, we lost a couple little bombers. But we boomed a couple of their destroyers. Hooray! I mean, we're going to have a chance in a moment to puppet these guys, so technically speaking, destroying their navy is not to my advantage. So we're going to go ahead and get over here and turn off the port strike. Every one of those ships we blow up is one less my puppets are going to have when we want to use them to take on the British. Not that I know they're ever going to be useful against the British, really, they probably won't, but I mean, as a matter of principle, it feels like the right thing to do, doesn't it? Going to attack you guys from multiple directions. This was a pretty darn effective surround against the Japanese. They are not going to last that much longer, and then we can go ahead and redeploy all these guys to attack the south. I love early wars in this game. I really, really do. It's so much better in my opinion. Like, you can do a lot. You can do a stupid lot in the early game before the AI has a chance to ramp up. If you try hard enough. It's in the late game when they start pumping out ridiculous numbers of troops that you find things get a little bit tougher. That's what I find anyway. Alrighty, what's this? Large ships on low strength. Yeah, understood. Hey, fleet, Navy, I would like you to engage at low risk. Automatic split off would be fine. Repair priority high. Why are you guys set to never repair? Yeah, no, I want you guys to be able to repair, please. I'd really rather not lose any of my large ships. A destroyer or two, doesn't matter. Lose a carrier, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. Hey, Japanese tanks. Oh, that's cute. I love it. That's adorable. Adorable. Can we take all of you guys and just go ahead and push against the cavalry now? We should be able to cross some of these straits without much issue. Turkey delivers an investment portfolio. Well, you know, I do like investments. I may be communist, but at the end of the day, I'm still American, and Americans love to invest in things. Perfect. Let's get on over here and see if we can grab this strait as well. You're gonna pop along this way and clear this all out. We're gonna make sure we can cross this strait without an issue. Italy has finally joined the Axis. Guys, World War II hasn't even started yet, and this is how much we've already changed the world. Reintegration for the South. We shall give them a chance. We shall give them a chance to get back in our good graces. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact has begun. Cool. I don't care. That should be fun for everyone involved. Let's see. You're all doing your thing. You guys get along over here. You guys just go ahead and push into Kochi. Finish these off. We're repairing a handful of our ships. Let's actually get over here and make sure we allow for a handful more of our dockyards to be assigned specifically for the purpose of repair. Just so we don't have any issues. Can you guys push these guys out and then one of you go down this way and then get to like Kagoshima? We can get to Nagasaki and stuff. It'll be great. Nagasaki! Can you guys not go that way and instead attack over here and then work your way to Nagasaki? Like we were doing before. Nope. Okay, hang on. You're all being stupid. Go this way. Except for you, you go this way. Boom. And you guys go over here. except for a couple of you who go over here. And then a couple of you get up here. Also, get a planning bonus going there, but attack whenever you feel like you are ready, which you should be ready, like right now, if I'm honest, but that's fine. Another doctrine available. Oh, cool. We're gonna go for ground support. Big fan of the ground support thing. That's pretty strong. Can we get down here, please? They have very little organization. That makes it a very good opportunity for me. Finish them off. Get down to Kagoshima. Why don't you guys sit tight? There we go. Okay, walking across. We have new civilian factories available. My God, our economy is already so good compared to a lot of other countries at this stage of the game. It's a little bit nonsensical. A few more civilians, or just go hard on the military at this point? You think? We got a pretty good number of civies. I think at this point we go for a little bit more infrastructure in a couple places. Get that oil up and running for sure. And then, I don't know, there's a bit of aluminum and stuff. Some more steel is usually pretty good. That's kind of it. And then we just focus on building out a lot more of these factories like so. Perfect. We're gonna have one heck of a military industrial complex by the time I'm done, I tell you what. There goes Japan! All right, so what I do is I puppet, and that takes up a lot of my war score, but we can end it right here. I guess I'll do that. Boom. China is gonna be trying to take a bit. What we can do is now feed Japan their land back. Most of it anyway, for relatively cheap. I might keep some of this stuff for myself, though. I might even try to take Korea for myself if I have the opportunity. Some of these states are apparently expensive. Hang on. Pass, pass. Take. Keep some of that for myself. And then, yeah, do we want to go ahead and just take Korea? Why not? That sounds like fun. I'll take some islands up over in this area just as a bit of a reminder to Japan who the boss is. And I think I want to take islands for myself. Just feels like the sort of thing that I would do. I would control all of this area so that no one has the naval range to ever threaten these United Communist States. Then, what else? I could start forming my own territory up over here. Sure, why not? That's it. And I'll take these for myself. Boom. Wow, China, you got very little out of that arrangement, didn't you? All right, so we now have the Japanese People's Republic, very communist-y, which is great. How are the Philippines doing? They are still not communist enough. We could continue boosting that, and I think we're supposed to. Because there will come a point in one of these focuses where we will be able to do something with liberty for the Philippines and stuff. If we do this while they're not communist, they're not going to stay as my vassal or in my faction. Which is not going to be very valuable to me, so we'll ignore some of that. Join wars, totally irrelevant. China wants a non-aggression pact. Yeah, I hear with that one. I vote we allow communist China into the faction, and then we help destroy things with them. Anyway. All right, so with all of that done, now what? Well, a couple things come to mind. One, we fight against the UK. We have a war goal against them already, so it'd be pretty easy to do. Not to mention, if I do go down the Shatter the Empires focus over here, we would have war goals against the UK, Italy, France, and Germany. It's pretty good. I think we could also use this for the islands and stuff around Micronesia and maybe fight against, let's say, against Australia or something. No, that's it. It's Pacific decolonization. That's the one that lets me fight Australia and the Dutch East Indies. I say decolonization. It's just recolonization. We're giving it a different paint job. Anyway, the idea, though, is we would be able to attack whoever we want, including people like France. Get into Africa, get into the UK, take these guys out. I think we wait for World War II to begin. And then once World War II is a thing, The Germans are going to take out France pretty quick. That's our opportunity to get involved. We'll attack the UK, or at the very least, try to get them to give up South Georgia. There should be something. Can we still do the Monroe Doctrine? Is that a thing? It might be. Hang on. Focus on Asia. Blah, 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 blah. We don't care about any of that. Blah, blah, blah. Is the interventions thing? Intervention in the Americas. Reaffirm Monroe Doctrine. Intervention mandate. This might be it. Or hemisphere defense. At least there used to be a way to do this. Maybe we can't anymore. I don't know. Maybe we just want to fight the UK and say screw it. I don't know. Anyway, though, we would be able to use the Germans' attack against the Allies and just basically crush the Allies. And that will lead to the Germans wanting to attack the Soviets. Now, you might think that's a bad thing. It's not. It is not a bad thing for me at all. There will eventually be an option to integrate all of the Soviets, but only if they are actively being shellacked by the Germans. So we want the Germans to be beating the Soviets. So I don't know, it's kind of in my interest for the Germans to be distracted in beating the Soviets just enough that I can then try to swoop in and take over this entire bit of territory. I don't know if taking the UK lets them focus their efforts too much and then they just kill the Soviets before I have a chance to intervene. I don't know, but that's something we'll be able to do. First things first, though, we continue focusing on something like reintegration. A stern warning. Frick off. Oh, you're not a part of my naval training anymore. I don't like that because I'm a whiny baby. That's what you sound like, UK. We Americans like making fun of the Brits. That's a thing, right? Probably. Advanced machine tools, cool. All right, so let's try to take all of you guys and swap all of you to the better divisions. Boom. So we'll go ahead and start working on that. Honestly, do we need borders anywhere at this point? I don't think so. I'm thinking front lines, not borders, sorry. I don't think we do. I think we go ahead and we are going to create a quick little front line against, let's say, the entirety of Canada. There you go. Have fun. You can do some training that way. I see a lot of French on the borders of Canada. I think they may be sensing that something is wrong in this timeline. Something is very, very wrong for them indeed. Anyways, could go for an upgrade to some ships. Shouldn't need it. Upgrade for tanks. It is not quite time for that, but we're getting close. We can afford to wait a little bit longer. Get things like recon. Get things like military police. That kind of stuff. But pretty soon, I think we want to go ahead and get ahead of time on our medium tanks. And then we can start designing some really good medium tank divisions. There's a whole nother army that should be getting produced here in just a moment. Poland refuses the German ultimatum, and that is World War II. We now have some decisions to make. What's this, communal domain? Oh, cool. Invest in Turkish state building, huh. So where's my options to reintegrate states? Because that was the thing I was promised that I'd be able to do. Full desegregation. Recruitable population factor, 20%. Wow. Shadow the Empires? Don't need it right now. I'm gonna go for that extra research slot. I think it's time for that. These guys will be finishing up pretty soon. What are we missing? Support equipment? Of course we are. Concentrated industry should help speed some of that up at least a little bit. And let's go ahead and start working on that medium tank chassis ahead of time. Soon we can start producing more of these. Just generally speaking, the better. I'm gonna need a lot of army experience is the only real problem. It's difficult for me to properly set up the templates that are super duper powerful if you don't have a ridiculous amount of army experience. But we have managed to become this powerful, right? Communists, no longer disturbed isolationists, pretty strong military here. We have a puppet in Japan, and World War II has only just now begun. So like, for 1939, I think we're in a pretty dang good position. I think we're in a pretty dang good position. Wouldn't you say? I would say. Boop, boop, boop. And then, boop, boop, boop. And boop, 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 boop. Militarize the frick out of everything. Militarize the frick out of everything. Oh, I'm America, and I love my military-industrial complex. There we go. Just planning out 1 million factories. Why not? We'll have the equipment to go around, right? So where's my whole, like, reintegrating thing? I thought that costs money. Oh, here it is. Readmit a state into the Union. So it takes a while, but we're gonna start with Arkansas. All right, let's go ahead and start gradually readmitting people into the Union. Takes a long time, And a lot of political power, but it's worth it. Pressure toward the Benelux. Oh no. You gonna push in through the Low Countries? Oh no, don't do that. The French spent so much time building up their Maginot Line. Don't skip them. Actually, fun fact, when I was in Europe for my vacation not too long ago, I went to the Maginot Line just outside of Strasbourg, down off in this general area right over here. That's where I was in Alsace-Lorraine. I got to take a tour inside one of the bunkers of the Maginot Line. I always thought the Maginot Line was just this region right here, right next to the demilitarized zone. The French consider the Maginot Line to be everything from Calais all the way down to the Mediterranean. Though they never really built any around Switzerland is my understanding, but that's about it. This is the Maginot Line, the entire thing. And apparently the French considered this to be the region right over here where the Germans broke through, and they never saw it coming because the forests were so dense over here they shouldn't be able to get their tanks through. But the French tour guide described it as the Germans leveled it. They used their artillery to level the forest so that they could just get right through, and instead of 2 weeks to mobilize their troops, it only took them 3 days to get through here. Then within 2 weeks they were in Paris, and that was it. It was over. Now, they also talked about like super soldier pills and stuff. And while I wouldn't put that behind the Germans to do, and just basically hype them up on like cocaine, I had never heard that before. And you never know at what point you got a little bit of, shall we say, propaganda going on, because people feel a little embarrassed about what happened. So I don't know if that's true. I'm not inclined to call that person a liar, but I had never heard of basically the German soldiers being on cocaine. Again, though, if that's true, and actually I have kind of heard that. I just never really put a lot of stock into it. I never read up on it. That's the better thing. It's not that I never heard it. I've just never read up on it. But anyway, this is just interesting, isn't it? I think it's interesting. Anyways, what else do we want to do? We could go for some more upgrades to our country. Tank designer actually would be pretty good right now since we are working on some research. Speed and reliability. Reliability and soft attack sounds better. Or armor and hard attack. Nah, I think I'm gonna go for the medium tank designer. Let's go ahead and speed up this whole improved chassis thing. I wanna have the best possible tankage. The best possible tankage would be good. We need more troops than this. How are my logistics? Pretty good. Let's go ahead and train up a whole nother attack army. I mean, it's not outstanding, but like, I think we should. I think we should just do it. Just go ahead and get ourselves a whole load more. Netherlands are gone. Bye. That way we have plenty of troops ready to go against the Dominion of Canada. And we'll have a whole bunch ready to go over here against the United Kingdom. And the Allies are going to die. Horrible, horrible deaths. Scientific Research and Development Office will be done in just a moment. We'll get a whole nother research slot that I can use to continue taking advantage ahead of time of some tech, since it is almost 1940. My question is what to do next. We could go for things like War Plans Division, which unlocks some more Chief of Armies and stuff, plus War Plans Decisions, all of which could be kind of fun. Shadow of the Empires, Rubber Reserve, don't need that right now. Don't need the full desegregation. I'm not going to liberate the Philippines until I've got them communist. So I think the next thing to do is to go for the War Department. And then we can go for the Selective Training Act and then just jump straight forward into limited conscription. Again, not that I'm really hurting for any manpower, so that doesn't seem like a super important thing, but I mean, whatever, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's go ahead and start working on the improved computing machine a little bit early. Belgium's gone, bye. The Germans are now pushing. Luxembourg is going bye-bye. The Germans are pushing down through here, making a beeline toward Paris. Yeah. This is all according to plan. Oh, let's go ahead and get a spy agency going. Might as well. I like to know what's going on. Anyways, so are we going to see... I need to do a bit of research on something because I have not looked too far ahead. I know that there will come eventually an ability to fully integrate the entirety of the Soviet Union into my country. Boom. Just like that. It's like join the unions or something. But the way we get it, I believe, is when the Soviet Unions are at 80% capitulation against the Germans. That's the only way to do it. I don't know if it is a focus. Union representation, unholy alliance, Lend-Lease Act. I think it's going to end up being a decision. That is my guess. Now, I'd love to continue working down the superior firepower doctrine. However, I also believe that pretty soon I'm going to be shooting for, you know, some upgraded templates, specifically of the tankage variety. So there we go. Vichy France exists, and there we go. Okay. Vichy France, man, led by Philippe Pétain. Bidet. I don't know. Do we even need to do any more lobbying efforts? I really don't think so. Shouldn't need to do that. We need to expand anything else. We don't even need aluminum. What do I need from strategic resources? Pretty much just rubber and chromium. Those are the only things that we suffer for as the United States. Rubber and chromium would be a very good thing to be getting. The only way I can get good rubber is to conquer Southeast Asia, or go for the refineries. Refineries aren't a terrible plan, but I don't know that we need to do that. Let's continue with the socialist education in the Philippines. How are they doing? We need these guys to be up to like 50 or 60%. Communist support. They're only at 31%. That's not enough. Well, what we have are some spies on the way, so maybe, just maybe, we will be able to, I don't know, start boosting our ideology? That could work. Upgrades to fighters. Do it. Naval bombers and regular bombers and stuff. Tempting. What else could we do that would be better, though? 1940, upgrades to this. We could start working on the mechanized. I'll go ahead and start researching it. Mechanized 2 is about when I start to favor that stuff and think it's better, but it's going to be a little bit. There goes the close air support upgrades. Okay. Do I care about getting any more tank upgrades right now? No. I do care about getting an upgrade for anti-air so we can start producing and building up our efficiency again, so we'll do that. That all seems reasonable. How are we doing with our whole, like, occupied territories thing? For the most part, pretty good. The Confederated States of America are fairly compliant at this point. Korea is looking fairly compliant, so is Hawaii. We could turn them into a state, by the way. Japanese People's Republic, I guess I technically took, like, a state from them, but, like, whatever. So all this is looking good, and the whole liberated workers thing is pretty great. Less garrisons needed, we get our resources, and, perhaps just as important, we get our factories out of them. That's pretty nice. Liberated workers is great. The Germans are interested in Scandinavia. Sorry, Denmark. That should have been your warning right there. Boom. Bye. More factories. Let's go ahead and continue focusing a little bit on some extra trucks. We're going to need lots of them. I should be producing lots of artillery and guns at this point. Looking pretty good across the board here. We don't have some fighters and stuff being produced. I do need to get some carrier fighters. We'll need to research and upgrade for that at some point. Do we have carrier naval bombers, or is it really just carrier CAS? No, there it is. All right, we want some of those just to make sure we keep on top of our carriers. I don't need many factories on that, just a little bit would be great. And then beyond that, we could start just getting some very basic bombers, or maybe some naval bombers. Let's just go ahead and start producing a small number. I don't plan on building a lot of those. CAS is still, by a long shot, my favorite, but we'll just go ahead and start producing a few. There are factions justifying. The Soviets want to kill Finland. When will you learn that your actions have consequences? Never. Soviets never learned. Never learned a thing. I would love to get another leader for some extra army experience. Special forces, logistics, carriers, bombers, close air supports, amphibious invasion speed. There's not very many army options, are there? I guess we'll go for the attrition reduction, sure. Static warfare, flexible, smoke and fire, victory or death. Spirit of the Academy, I'm not gonna spend any of that. Let's go for an operative. Counterintelligence. Anyone better than that? No? All right, you'll do. An intel network is required. Boo, I need more spies. We can't spy in the Philippines. Dang it! Start spying in the UK. Why not? Let's find out what's going on over there. I would like to get some localized training centers. Probably some suicide pills and stuff going as well. I don't really care much about cryptology. But I guess we'll go ahead and start decrypting the UK in case that becomes helpful someday. Wow, why are we so zoomed out? So now let's go ahead and pick up the Selective Training Act. Just get that out of the way so we save ourselves 300 political power and stop being a disarmed nation. It's embarrassing. Disarmed America. Can you believe it? No. We don't like that. It's nonsense. So these guys are going to be trained up pretty soon. We'll have a whole nother army ready to go. Military police are done. Sweet. Just for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and toss... Oh, God. Why do we have all this? Remove this. Replace this with military police. Thank you. Boom. Costs a fair bit of experience, but, like, let's just go ahead and have that taken care of. So now we're going to have much, much better occupation forces that don't take as much equipment across the board. Better bombers. Tempting. Better ships. Subs. I might as well go for sub 3. I don't know. I got 5 research slots and I'm ahead of time on most things I care about. Sue me. Who cares? An extra thing for scout planes could be fine. Let's go for a lot of extra fighters and then a lot of extra close air support. Look, at the end of the day, he who has air superiority has such an unbelievably good advantage, it's ridiculous. Now, what else am I building over here? That's just so many military factories. Look at me go. What do we need for the Arsenal of Democracy achievement again? 375. We are about halfway, almost. Now, for that achievement, I'm pretty confident you have to be democratic. So we would have to hire a new guy over here to specifically start becoming, you know... Right, we do have an option for that. Yeah, democratic reformer. We'd have to do that and start offsetting this whole communist thing again. Go back to our roots, so to speak. But I'm not going to do that on camera. That's literally an achievement where at this point, if I can conquer, like, I don't know, all of Europe, or have the Soviet Union on my side, then I'm pretty sure that I literally can just, like, sit back and do nothing for a long, long, long time. There's my other army. Boom. Shakalaka. What else are you good at? Anything? Who's good with infantry? Anyone? Reconnaissance. You're all terrible and you should be ashamed of yourselves. All right, well, I like the engineering trait, but I'm biased. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Mexican oil has been nationalized. Really? Who wants to kill Mexico? The question is, if I do this, are they going to join, like, let's say the Allies or something? They wouldn't join the Axis. What kind of ideology you have? You're mostly democratic, so I can't join the Axis. Yeah, this might be a way of getting me into a war against the Allies, so let's be aware of that. In fact, knowing that that's the case, wait a minute, change of plans, hang on. Hang on. Ah! Shush! Wait a minute. We get you guys up against the borders of Canada. Because if we're fighting the Allies, we are confident this is going to become a problem. Canada is going to be very weak, not a threat. Not really. That's just Canada in a nutshell for you. Sorry, Canadians, but you know it's true. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, we'll do this over here, and then boop-a-doop-a-doo, we'll do this up over here. I need to change you to a different color, and boom. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm used to attacking the other way around here. I'm used to, like, finding a way into Canada and then attacking the US, and it's a slog. I'm pretty confident the reverse is going to be just an absolute slaughterfest. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. Let's go ahead and get some troops up here around Detroit, and then some up over here. I need 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3 here. Maybe 4 for good measure. Boom, okay. So defensive troops get up over there just in case it turns out that they join the Allies and I find myself involved in World War II before I was ready. Not worried, though. Medium tank chassis. Oh my God. That's gonna be great. Oh, you liked that, did you, Inyali? Was that funny? Okay. Sometimes I surprise even myself that I can do these things. I don't know where that comes from, if I'm honest. I really don't. Hi, Kim Kim. You were confused by that too, weren't you? Oh, you little baby. Oh, he's got little tail waggies. He's so cute. Anyway. So yeah, Mexico, you shouldn't have embargoed your oil. The fun fact is, I wasn't buying any oil from you, but like, it's irrelevant. I like the options. And also, you gave me an excuse to say, die! And that's kind of all I'm looking for, just excuses to tell people to just go roll over and die. So that's what I'm gonna do. We need more support equipment, I think. I'm very out of aluminium. Can we get some more? Hang on. Infrastructure options. Yes, build over there. Any others? Wait, is that all I got as far as aluminum? Everyone else already developed? Nope, there's more down here. Burp, burp. Burp. And that's it. That's all we get. Okay, well, infrastructure builds like really fast. Let's just go ahead and just throw that up there right now. We could go for some more excavation tech, and I guess I will. That'll help a little bit. Anyways, all right, so we want tankage. Much tankage dos I want. We like having 3-man turrets or 2-man. I think probably the 3-man turrets with... See, these cannons ain't gonna cut it. We'll have to get an upgrade for that later, though. I do want an improved radio. That's pretty huge. I do want to get welded armor. Basic suspension should be fine. Torsion bar is pretty good for reliability. I like some speed, though. Let's stick with that for the moment. Gas engine should be fine. I don't think we need to go for a diesel engine. Reliability is really high right now. Special modules. Could go for the sloped armor and build up a lot of armor. What else we got? Additional machine guns, a dozer blade for entrenchment, no. Wet ammunition storage, if I was worried about my reliability, would be an option. We could do some wet ammunition storage. I'm gonna boost up the armor. And then my speed is atrocious. Could do that, though. And then a little bit of wet ammunition storage would allow us to get back up to 100% reliability, which is probably more than I need, really, but like, this is fine, right? If I go to bogey suspension, crispy suspension increases production, but at least we get our speed back up to something more reasonable. Do this and at least we're above 8. So we're at 100% reliability, we have over 8 max speed, and we have a really, really good medium tank, minus the fact that the gun's not that great. That's it. Now, the only problem is this does cost 15 production, which is a little expensive, but I'm the frickin' USA, so who freaking cares? And look how much armor I'm gonna have on this dang tank. This thing's gonna be a gosh dang beast. You call that a Sherman? I don't know what kind of Sherman you're looking at, but it's glorious! Anyway. Yep, all right, as we start getting military factories, do that. Let's go ahead and start producing some Colorado-class ships. We haven't been building any of those as of late. We got a few trucks coming in, not enough, but we're building up our efficiency slowly, but surely. It's still only the beginning of 1940. We're getting some really good medium tanks on the way at this point. It'll take a while for me to militarize enough to do it, but I think we can handle it. There's a Selective Training Act. Now, we could go for things like the Pentagon, which is pretty fun. Research bonuses. Anything for tanks? Yes. Armor tank, support artillery, Army of the United States, mobilization speed. Tank destroyer doctrine or main battle tanks? Oh my. Cheaper, medium tanks. Ooh. But is that what I want? Is that the best thing I can do right now? Probably not. We could start working toward getting a bunch of attack bonuses, but I'll be honest, I don't think we need it. Naval dockyards, 10 of them? Wow. Or we could start going for cheaper fighters and stuff. Okay, let's do this. Now, question. Cost reduction. Okay, I was gonna say, if this is research speed for the doctrines, I'm gonna be peeved, but no, they did manage to fix that. Okay. Mexican compensation. They've agreed for No, keep the embargo. We're holding out for a better deal, and the better deal is death! Sorry, I love screaming it. It's so good. Troops are all in position. Declare war for a puppet focus? Yup. Boop. Boop. Go. Get them. My infantry are ready to go. March of the Empire. Bum, 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 ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. Ba, 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 ba. Dang it. They joined the Allies after all. Okay, this was always possible. Now if Canada gets called in, I can also take Canada. Because I can do these things. Free France has joined. The UK has joined. Anna. Hey, can we take this, please? Can you guys get down to Baja Peninsula, please? Can you just go down to Baja Peninsula, please, and finish them off, please, and thank you, yes. You get down here. Free France is called in the Netherlands. Blah, 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 blah. Is Canada in yet? Dang it. Call in Canada. If they don't call in Canada, they're screwing with me. There it is. There it is. All right, guess who's got nothing? Boop, 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 boop.
Ready to move.
Boop, 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 boop. All right. Go, go, go! The American invasion of the entire North American continent has begun! It had to happen and you all know it. Oh wow, I'm over my time. I was having too much fun. Okay. We're at war with the Allies. It's fine. I need to go to war against the UK anyway and take southern Georgia for Georgia on my mind. This is a requirement. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, it asks you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.